Hello everybody. In today's lesson, I shall discuss different themes that are present in Robert Frost's very well-known poem, The Road Not Taken. I have already explained each and every line of this poem in previous two videos. If you have not watched this, please first watch these two videos. The link will be available in the description. So in this video, I shall discuss the different themes of this poem. So what is a theme? Theme is actually a fundamental and universal idea which is explored in a literary work. So in Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken, there are three main themes. The first one is nature of choices that we made in our life. The second one is non-conformity, that means individualism, unconventionalness. The third one is making meaning. Okay, so let us begin our discussion from the nature of choices. So in this poem, at the very beginning, we have found the speaker is in a situation where he has to make a choice in his life. So whenever we have to make a choice in his life, there are some note of sadness, because making a choice means leaving many opportunities, many possibilities, and also at the same time there are some amount of uncertainty about the future. So the speaker also feels sad because of loss of opportunity and uncertainty. Loss of opportunity means here the speaker himself says that he cannot travel both the path. He has to choose one way. So he has to leave another. And the second thing, the uncertainty, is that the speaker is not aware where will the paths will take him. He is not aware about the future. For that reason, the speaker looks at this way for a long time, but he could not see further because the forest is dense and the roads are not straight. So he has chosen one way which appears to him grass covered, and thus it appears to him less trafficked, less travelled, and less explored. Okay, but after walking on that road, he feels that both the road were almost same. Both the roads were covered with yellow leaves, and the leaves are not trodden. That means the leaves are not crushed by foot. That means both the roads were roughly less travelled. But as the speaker has begun his journey, he cannot leave that way and return to the first path, because he has left the other opportunities. Okay, so he consoles himself that he has left that first way for another day. But then he recalls that his choice will take him further and further away from the first road, and he will not be able to travel on that first path. So these two things, the loss of opportunity and uncertainty, are present in every choice that we made in our life. The second thing is non-conformity. Non-conformity means individualism. Individualism, or we may call it unconventionalness. over conformity. So in the poem, the speaker chooses the way which appears to him less traveled, grass covered, less worn. So the less popular way appealed him more. That means he has a bent of mind which is unconventional. He prefers original way, and he has described that road in positive terms, though later he realizes that both the roads are same. And at the end of the poem, where the speaker imagines himself in the future, he believes that he will recount the past experience and he will affirm that his choices have made all the difference. But how much the poet himself celebrates this non-conformity, he supports this non-conformity, is ambiguous. Okay, it is ambiguous. Why it is ambiguous? There are certain hints in the poem. The first hint is that the speaker himself realizes that both the way are roughly the same. Second, he himself wishes to travel also the first path. Third is that the speaker is sad. He is in a melancholic mood when he remembers the old incident where he has to leave the first path. The fourth hint is that the speaker at the end of the poem has said that it has made all the difference. But the speaker himself does not know how much different the path he has worked on from the path he has left. So how we can conclude that all the difference is actually a positive difference or a negative difference? So the non-conformity or originality, the theme of non-conformity, is somewhat ambiguous. But we can at least say that the speaker prefers original way, unconventional way, and so he chosen the grass covered, less worn path. The third theme is making meaning. Making meaning means here that we all as human beings fictionalizes the facts, incidents, the real incidents of our life. In this poem, the speaker himself accepts that though he has chosen the path thinking it has been less traveled, but he realizes that it is not at all that, it is roughly the same path. Again he realizes it that he cannot say how much different it from the first path because he has not at all traveled on the first path. But at the end of the poem, where he imagines himself in the future, he in a triumphant mood concludes the poem that in the future he will say he has chosen the less traveled path and that has made all the difference. So in his mind he constructs a story. He has been trying to believe that his decision to walk on the original way, unconventional way, the grass covered way has made a great change in his life. And in that way he has built his own fortune. He has built his own life in his own way. And this is the way we human being fictionalizes our life. Here the speaker fictionalizes his venture in the untrodden path, and he believes at the end that he has become successful because he has taken that path. But we, while reading the poem, realizes it, the speaker always laments, pines, feels sad that he has lost the opportunity to travel on the first path. So in this way, he tried to make a meaning. He tried to make his life, his adventure meaningful. He is trying to make his life, his adventure meaningful. And in the very beginning of my discussion, I have said that the themes are fundamental and universal. That means all these three themes are universal and can be found in any man's life. So I conclude here this discussion. Thank you for watching.